show you my toys.
Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're going to be looking at an action figure accessory set. This is a Nightmare on Elm Street accessory set for Freddy Krueger. This is an accessory set that only comes with 4 total parts. Now you might think I'm crazy. I'm actually not a huge Nightmare on Elm Street collector by any means. I actually bought the accessory set to see if I could use any of this for just my city diorama setups in my Batman world. But let's see. I actually don't even have a Neca Freddy Krueger figure, unless you count the one from the reboot, which is actually him before he turned into Freddy Krueger that I use as a civilian. And at the front we see some of the various accessories it comes with. Side, Nightmare on Elm Street accessory set. Top, exact same thing. Other side, once again, exact same thing. Bottom, barcode, bunch of junk. And the back we get to see some of the accessories. So we've got an Elm Street sign, regular. We've got Freddy coming out of a TV. I may actually try to just turn that into a regular TV. I hate to say it. I don't know, we'll see. Something might be cool with my Joker base. Then we've got a Nightmare version of the Elm Street sign. And then we've got the giant sort of snake creature or whatnot, worm. I think I might end up repainting that brown and using it as Clayface morphed into something. We'll see what I feel like doing later. So, with no further ado, let's go ahead and check this guy out. But before I do that real quick, I just wanted to mention this is sort of the second accessory set they've made for Freddy Krueger. They made a diorama, which is his furnace, which I do have as well. That would be a diorama set. This is an accessory set, so a lot of stuff to enhance your figure displays. Let's check this guy out. Alright, now here is the Nightmare on Elm Street Deluxe accessory pack out of the packaging. Bear in mind, there's only 4 pieces to this. A little hard to swallow the $50 price tag or whatnot. So first we've got the 2 different signs, probably the most basic area of them. A regular Elm Street sign, completely straight and regular. And then we've got one that's sort of in nightmare mode, crazy sort of twisted up version. I bought this accessory set myself to go with my Batman figures, my sort of Gotham City diorama, etc., etc. It's just sort of regular things. I'm going to put the street sign somewhere in the city. This big guy probably will get turned into Clayface since I can't think of any other practical use for it in my Batman world. And then we've got the TV. I was kind of thinking, what can I do with this TV? I mean, it can be a robot or whatnot. His head does come off with fair ease, and I bet if I heat it up, I could probably pop the arms out and use it for a regular TV, but that does seem kind of a waste. I like the screen here, kind of staticky, some white noise. His arms go all the way around, can extend quite a bit. Grab people, he's got his claws on this hand, which is pretty cool. His head can move, the antennas can also move. Overall, pretty impressive. It does have a nice little thing, you probably can't read it, but it says Kruger down here, like the brand of the TV. And of course, this is sort of the most important part of this. It is absolutely huge. We'll get a ruler out and check it out in just a minute. You can see the detail on it. Coming out of the floor here. Really sick and twisted sort of coloring. And as far as this really large Freddy goes, he's in this stand that holds him up pretty nicely. Can come out of it with fair ease. You can see its little peg hole fits in there. And then his head is articulated pretty nicely. Can not only look up, down quite a bit, it can also look around, absolutely no problem. Now, overall, kind of disgusting. Looks very much like something that I'm not going to mention. Just kind of inappropriate. I do remember a joke about when they were making the film, they originally colored this flesh color, kind of like Freddy's face, and one of the people came in and said, "Oh my God, no, you cannot do that," and they repainted it to this color. Alright, now let's check out exactly how tall this guy is. From the bottom up, it looks like, and I know you can't see that very well, but from my point of view, it's about 12¼ inches tall. These street signs here are about 10½ inches tall. Now I happen to have also bought this Neca Nightmare on Elm Street accessory diorama piece. It's a large furnace, and I bought it for my Batman World Gotham City diorama setups. It's going to go in, I don't know, sewer somewhere where people are burning evidence, burning bodies to get rid of stuff. Pretty cool item, but just so you can see the height differences in these things. I actually personally don't own any true Freddy Krueger figures. I would like to get one Freddy to go with all my, Jason and Scream and Michael Myers, etc. type of figures. The only Freddy figure that I actually have is this one here from the remake. It's Freddy sort of before he got turned into Freddy. I bought him to use as a civilian in my Batman World and Gotham City diorama setup. I have actually not seen the remake in its entirety, but I feel like he was accused of doing bad things to children. I don't remember if it was actually accurate or not, but I kind of always use this guy as sort of a child molester in my Batman World for Batman to take down. Here he is bursting out of the living room in somebody's house. And here he is bursting up out of the roof of the same building. There are lots of places in the city diorama that these signs can go into where they will make sense. Here is one place that might possibly work. And then over here is maybe another place that might make sense. Just some nice little props for the 1/12th city. Now, I talked about taking that Freddy worm snake figure and repainting him different shades of brown so he would look like Clayface in a different transformation. Here's how he would fit in with the rest of my Clayface figures. And then a few more down below as well. Now, here are going to be some size comparisons with this Freddy TV. You can see how a 6-inch scale figure, 7-inch perhaps, scales up with the rest of the props. Now here is another TV that I have. I believe this is a wrestling accessory. You can put the figure's head through here. A little bit larger than this. But there are, of course, many different size TVs out there. Here's another TV I have in my collection. Once again, it's a wrestling TV. It has the same kind of feature. They scale up pretty nicely. Here's another wrestling TV, at least I believe it is. A lot smaller. Here's another TV I have. It's some wooden action figure accessory of sorts. I've kind of enjoyed it over the years. Then here's another couple little TVs or monitors. They're from wrestling figures as well. I did try heating up the arms, but I didn't heat them up for very long. They didn't pop out very easily, so I don't know if I'll ever pursue doing that or not. It does seem kind of pointless to get it just for that purpose. Now, I had mentioned earlier that I don't actually own any traditional Freddy Krueger figures, and one day I would like to change that. I do remember there was another Freddy Krueger I did purchase once upon a time, and I customized him into a guy named Lord Deathman, which is a Batman villain. He was a Dr. Freddy. He was expensive nowadays, but I've had him for many, many years. All in all, I would recommend this accessory set if you're a Nightmare on Elm Street fan and you want to add them to your Freddy Krueger Neca collection. They would be great. If you want to add them to just regular city diorama usage, it's probably not worth it. Don't get me wrong, if I go back in time, I still would have ordered this pack. I have plans to do with this stuff in the future. It is a very nice set, but for my purposes, not quite as nice as if I were a Freddy Krueger collector of sorts. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, press like below. If you want to see additional videos, subscribe and ask it to notify you. If you have any action figure review requests, please post them below. Any comments about the video, post them below. Thanks for watching. This is D Hunter.